Minister has been there in the business, Mr. Chan, who is a retired Ministry of but let me introduce our chief guest on the same side, coming from the Sacramento.
All of that are here this morning. It's a pleasure for me to be here this morning, to be here when we look at this important issue of diabetes, and I'm glad that we have somebody that will be with us today to speak to me. Is much more important in this event than me, because he's a person that will provide for us a picture of what it means to have diabetes and to be able to manage it and to be able to live with it. Whenever I speak about diabetes and NCDs in Fiji, I always speak about the importance of trying to prevent it, to trying to stop it as much as possible. And we've done a lot of things to try to do that. We'll put in very soon. I'm hoping that in the next round of Parliament we'll be able to put forward our new public health bill, which will deal with all the kinds of things that we need to do is to try to help people to get better. We've implemented a national communicable disease strategic plan that we are now trying to get everybody to come on board, and we're very grateful that His Excellency the President has agreed to be the #1 advocate for non-communicable disease. Now people tell me that every time people go to government house, when there's a team that has to, and every time His Excellency makes a speech, he talks about non-communicable disease, and that includes diabetes. That's very important for people that are in the limelight in this country to come forward and to talk about these issues. Yesterday I had a meeting with the Fiji Rugby Union to get them also to become advocates, to talk about diabetes, to talk about non-communicable disease. So we're spreading a lot of the messages about the things that we need to do to prevent non-communicable diseases. And we will continue to do this. Later on next month there'll be a meeting of Pacific Health Ministers. Non-communicable diseases and diabetes is a big issue in the whole of the Pacific. In Fiji, we are not the worst in some of these things. There are some countries that are worse than us. But that's not very important for us in Fiji. Our focus on Fiji is on our people. Non-communicable diseases, diabetes is one of the major causes of death in this country. But I think in this, the message that we will be talking about, that even though we will do as much as possible to try to prevent it from happening, that's what government has been doing. Over the past 2 budgets, we've introduced taxation on sugar-sweetened beverages. That has been the result of a lot of support from organizations like Diabetes Fiji and a lot of other people. We now have an excise tax on sugar-sweetened beverages. And these sorts of developments are things that we will need to continuously look at. How do we create an environment in which it is easier for people to make the best choices for their life? We should be able to create that sort of environment by good taxation system, by good laws. We need to make sure, I think in the back there we have a whole lot of good food there. We need to make sure that we make good food glamorous. That when people think, what is the nice food, what is the sexy food? Not sexy in being sexy, but the cool food to eat, it's good food. At the moment, a big problem in Fiji, when people think about good food, they think about all that processed food. All that processed food. No. I always tell people when I go to some villages and they give me lombo. You know what lombo is? Sometimes they apologize. He's a sort of minister. Saya nak coffee, saya nak tea. But this is the method we're telling them. The best tea you can serve is lombo, because that's good for your health. We need to be able to tell people the kinds of foods that our ancestors ate, that is the best for them. And that when you want to give a gift to your children, don't give them a lollipop, don't give them a packet of noodles, give them a fruit, give something that's good for their life. And we need to create this image that all of this kind of food is healthy for us. So one of the focus of government, our vision in our ministry is to have a healthy population. We want to create that environment in which it is easier for people to make good choices. But even when we fail, we will have a speech today from somebody that even if after you have been found to be diabetes, if you do the right thing, you can live a long and productive life. And that has to be the message of it. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. We can still move ahead. I as minister will give all my support to the Diabetes this happen to the work of non-communal committees. Wherever I go, I speak about this. I go to the villages in the Assaus, I go to the villages in Koren, Wanambala, wherever I go, I talk to them about the importance of doing things to prevent non-communicable disease, to try to go and manage diabetes. But I think the important message also is to realize that once you get it, you can live with it and still have a productive life. And that is going to be the message today. So I welcome everybody to this meeting. I hope more people, please members of the press, put it out in the media so more people can walk across Masuwa, come here, talk to people, learn more information so we can spread the gospel of being able to defeat diabetes and being able to live productively with diabetes. So thank you once again, and I wish you all the best for today.